That's enough.
And we're live.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Star's trying to lick Pam to death. Well, first of all, I want to wish Pam a happy birthday.
Yeah,
Yep, she's getting so damn old. I'm telling you.
I am.
But so we'll have kind of a pre-birthday stream today, and then tonight she's going to have a birthday and pay the rent option, and she's got an awesome piece she's going to have on for there. So welcome Pam and welcome Star.
Thank you, Maria.
Been going through and looking at comments while we were talking in the rainbow room or whatever room we're in.
66 years old, guys.
Yep.
66. I am older than dirt.
I'm glad I'm not that old. I think Dwayne Kitchell, no, he's the youngest between you and me and him. Yeah, he's the baby, that's right. Pam, you're about the oldest one I know, the oldest fish tuber, fish fan.
Oh, thank you.
You really are.
Yep, I'm old.
Father Fish is like 80. And
well, I'm not quite that old.
No.
He's got me beat there.
Yeah, he's old enough to be your dad. Well, yeah. And Dragon Lair, I think
he's got the same name as my dad had.
Lewis.
Yep, that was my dad's name.
Dragon Lair, I think, is 70 or thereabouts, so he's older than us. Who is 67? Dirt.
Dirt is 67, so I'm not older than Dirt.
That's a good one. I like that. Hey, Brienne. We got a raid from Brienne. #birthdays.
So thank you, everybody that's saying happy birthday.
Do you? I was going to sing it, but I didn't want to make you throw up and make Star fall asleep.
Oh no! Don't sing.
Happy birthday. No. It looks better. It looks better written 66 than 65. Yeah. Audio and video is good. That's awesome. I was at Aquatic Aesthetics this evening. I was telling Pam, and we're going to do the Sunday evening panel show from there. I think it's the 18th of July. They're having like a customer appreciation event that weekend. So I'll be eager to see how the Wi-Fi holds up there with the panel as opposed to here at the house.
There's Patrick Hardy just came in, and I believe it's his birthday too.
I think it is. Happy birthday.
He's got the same birthday as me, only mine's a lot of years before his.
Yeah. A lot of years.
Happy birthday, Patrick.
Yeah. Let's see. Jenny Lynn, Lori, Diego, howdy. Won't be 66 in December. I missed something about that. Go ahead. Colette, Sandy Dowdy. Pam said she had like 80 comments on her birthday on Facebook. And I asked her if she'd seen mine, and she said no, so I'm hoping it gets lost in all those other.
I'll read them all. I just haven't done it yet. But I won't be responding to everyone individually. That's the rules. I'll just do a group thank you, everybody.
Hey, splashing around. I don't think I've seen you before. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, Nevaeh. Dee Dee says her chat was frozen. There's the science gal, Carrie. I think Pam has
Hey,
hers.
Rico.
You have Carrie coming on as a guest tonight, right?
Yeah, I got to make my thumbnail for it. But yep, Carrie's coming on tonight with us.
Carrie, I told her how difficult you were as a guest, didn't I, Pam?
Yeah, yep, he warned me.
Yep. Hey, Barbara, Dave Farrell, Melvin, Stephen with a PH, not a FF. Yeah, did Patrick say how old he is? I'm going to wave this around and make it sound right. Did Star go to sleep already?
She's laying on my arm.
Star. Star. Star.
No, it's not me. It's Bob. Look,
Star.
it's
She
Bob.
was watching the camera a while ago. She's like, he's up there. I know he's up there. Hey, Mike, Florida Fish Rescue. Uh-oh. Be careful with that old stuff. Pam's having a milestone birthday today. They're all milestones at this point. For me, anyway. Hey, Rico Stan. My Fish Tanks. AJ Kelly. All the cool people are in here. Ah, Benny gave you the picture. Cool. Benny's a great channel. Really great channel. He's a natural host. Enjoy his streams and his videos. Really do. All right. Well, what have you got planned for your birthday, Pam, other than this auction tonight?
And keep talking to Carrie, and I'll auction off a couple pieces of art and hopefully make enough to do my rent. If not, I'd be in trouble. But I have a couple more that are 2 more pieces that I'm not done with yet. That if I have to, I'll auction them Saturday or next Wednesday. I'll still have 1 day left on next Wednesday.
The cow has always been one of my favorites. So is that the original to it?
Yes, it's going to be the original oil painting that I
It's
auctioned off tonight.
It's like 11 by 14, I think.
Yep, 11 by 14.
See, the patrons get the email first, guys. But she's not letting us get it first. We have to wait for the auction. And there's a story behind that cow, but I can't remember the story. Hey, Susan. Oh, Splashing Around's from England. Okay, cool. So it must be like midnight there. Something like that.
I'll have you guys know that Star beat up Mario.
Poor Mario.
Yeah, poor Mario. Mario is like 2.5 times Star size. He was laying on his back last night, like with his belly up, dozing, and Star was walking by, and Star, like, as she's walking by, she kind of smelled his face and gave him a little lick. And he reached out and watered her. And she, like, yiped, and I figured she'd yipe and run, but she yiped and dived right in the middle of him.
Uh-huh.
And he ended up rolling over and running, and she had a little bit of gray fur in her mouth when he took off. She was like, She was giving him a kiss, and she was like, "Oh no, you didn't!" And she just dived right in the middle of him.
She said, I'm going to love on you and you're going to like it. I'm looking for it, Patrick. Bob, that video you did yesterday about the fishbowl from Hobby Lobby, it's on sale for $10. Ooh, that's good to know. 50% off. I have several of them, but if they're half price, Yeah, it does, Barbara. There's so much that animals work out through play and games. I could take a lesson from them. Pam, you could take a lesson from that. Quit giving me grief.
I got her a little, like a little tiny stuffed bunny that has a squeaker in it. Oh my God, she played with that for so long last night. She was like attacking it and throwing it in the air and diving on it and chewing on it. And I was pretending to take it away from her, and she was attacking it. And yeah.
Does she like the squeaky part? Does she squeak it?
Yeah, she squeaks it.
Oh, she's resting her head on your shoulder. Bless her. Star. Star. All right. I'm going to call you a little heifer. You're acting like somebody else. You're acting like Yahzi. She said, nope. I look when I want to look. Later, Susan. Thanks for stopping in. I know Susan has church on Wednesdays. Hey, degenerate. And I'm not talking to you, Pam.
And it works for me too.
Most of my dogs had to get out the squeaker and kill it. Yeah. When we get one at the ARC that does that, we have to limit how many of the toys, because there's a bunch of them, but then we end up without any toys with squeakers.
Well, now that she's feeling better, she definitely still has a lot of puppy left in her.
Oh,
she was like throwing that thing and running and tossing it up in the air, and she was like really going to town like a little puppy with it.
She's only 2 though, isn't she?
Yeah, she's not quite 2, I don't think. They said a year and a half.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's still got a lot of puppy in her.
You have to do her a birthday. She can have the same birthday I have. We can have the same birthday.
You want to have a November birthday?
Hey, Robert, Tennessee Aqua. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. It's Pam's birthday, Robert. Someone offered me a 125 with stand for free. My husband said no and had a fit.
Oh my God, I'd have a fit.
Maria. Well, it's not like he does the maintenance or anything, is it?
Patrick wants to know what you use for the bottom of the bowl with the plants. Did you use anything on the bottom?
Oh, Patrick, that bowl was actually a smaller, just like a traditional fish bowl, a round one. And I used to show it when I would stream, when I had speakers and I would stream from my desktop. It sat right there under a desk lamp. And I never could, I often ask people, including Pam, what should I put in it? But I put in some of her dwarf sage in it, and it just had some gravel in the bottom, not even an inch, maybe half an inch. And so the roots all kind of made a mat of that, not completely root bound, but when I set up the bigger bowl, which is actually 2.5 times volume, I guess, I just kind of poured the bottom out of that one gently over into the other one, and it like an island, and it just sunk down. So worked great. Gravel. just pea gravel.
Yeah,
That's all.
thank you, Maria. I don't have the string set up yet, but I'm gonna do it after this string. And I'm working on a little giveaway drawing for tonight. I bet even Bob should be able to tell what it is, maybe.
I don't know.
Can you see it?
It looks like a man kissing a monkey.
Oh.
Here, let me blow it up a little bit. A pig chugging a beer.
No.
Give me a hint. Is there an eye?
It's a turtle head.
Let me see again. Hold it up there. I still think it looks like a pig chugging a beer.
No, it's a turtle's head.
I can't see it if it doesn't have any point of reference. The lines.
It's a red-eared slider. It's one of mine. It's one of my turtles.
Oh, cool. Are you still wanting people to send you animal pictures, Pam?
Yeah, anybody that's got something that they think would make especially a good little drawing, like one of these little cards for the freebie drawings, yes.
Right. Hey, Aaron's garden.
Oh, that reminds me, I just got to answer. I've had like 3 people ask about artwork this week, and I haven't even answered any of them. I'm really bad sometimes. It's been so hot, and I just have not been able to get a lot done because heat does not do me any good. I am old and fat for this kind of heat. But tomorrow it's supposed to start cooling off. We're supposed to have 3 or 4 days in the 60s. And I'm looking forward to that.
That crab is rotten. I mean, just rotten. Look at him big. Rotten. I don't know who made him that way. Robert said, "Happy birthday, Pam."
Oh, thank you.
There's Mike. Mike's Aquatics and Things. Hey, Mike, I hope you're feeling better. He lost a little axolotl the other day, and when I lost my little one, I never knew why. And unless he's figured something new out, he didn't know what happened. Said it was acting fine and eating and all that. That's the way mine did. I mean, it was pooping. I mean, it was doing all the normal things, you know. Bob has crabs. I actually do. That's just one of them. I have 2 other ones, too. Actually, I got a whole bunch of them. I got some of the little red legs, the little bitty ones.
You know what? I'm going to put you down and you can go climb back up on your bed. I washed her bed today, and I had it like up on the chair with the clean laundry, and she was like jumping up and down on the against the chair trying to get her bed down. So I put it down for her, and she just like dived into it. She was so happy.
Oh, okay. Put my damn bed down here.
So I'm going to put you down. You can go dive back in your bed.
No.
Okay.
Bless her. Look at her little feet. Look at her feet. Oh. Bless her. Bless her. There she is. Oh, Star. Bless her.
Okay, you go get in your bed. Go jump into your bed. And she is too. She's heading right for it.
Oh, let's see. Hi, Bob of Cleveland and Pam of the Mountains from Chattanooga, Ed. Ed, this is the beginning of the celebration of Pam of the Mountains' birthday. Her birthday stream is tonight, birthday auction. I guess I shouldn't be telling people that. The more people I tell that want your art, it's the more competition I have, right?
Well, that's good because I need to pay the rent. So competition is good.
Ed, I was at Rob's a while ago, getting some supplies and some things, and I didn't see your stream. Um, I guess the last one, but Rob showed me the new little filters, and because I was asking for advice about what to put in my peacock um, shrimps little marine tank. And so he first said a little box filter. They got some real little ones. And then he showed me those little filters. So I got one to put in there. Hey, Jess. Jess is back. She's lurking while she's landscaping. Happy birthday, Pam, and hi, Bob, and all in chat. We'll lurk and landscape on. Mike said he didn't know still what happened to the axolotl. That's just weird how they do that sometimes.
One of my daughters said on my Facebook, she said, "I love you, Mom. Keep being the antisocial hermit that you always are." Because they were talking about how it was on the news today that they found the Delta variant in Wyoming, and Wyoming only has a 30% vaccination rate, and nobody wears masks. So she says, keep being antisocial hermit.
Yeah, they found it in all 50 states. I was reading something, not to get political at all about it, but I follow the CDC, especially as a former healthcare professional.
Well, yeah, you kind of got to, no matter what side of the line you're on, you need to know what's going on.
Yeah, politically, yeah. I figure that's probably the best source I'm going to find. But anyway, they said that the Delta was in all 50 states. And also they cited like 15 or 16 states that had low vaccination rates, and that's where that Delta's taking off. And Tennessee, of course, was one of them. A couple of
others. Yeah, I was surprised because I looked the other day, and you're a little bit higher on your vaccination rate than Wyoming is, but not that much higher.
Nope.
Tennessee isn't so very good either. Like I say, Wyoming is one of the lowest in the nation. Yeah. It's like 30%, which is not good at all.
So now
I think Tennessee was only like 34 or 35%. So that's not good either.
No. And so after me lurking in the Walmart parking lots for a year and Food City parking lot and isolating at home and finally getting vaccinations, now I have to worry about all the people that are not vaccinated that will get the Delta.
That's what it is here, yeah. And the Delta, from what I saw in the news article, it was in, they found it's predominant right now in both Cheyenne and Laramie, so, which isn't surprising at all. But it's like, I go to town and there's like I said, we only have 30% people vaccinated. And I go to town and I am literally the only person I ever see wearing a mask. So.
Yeah.
So it's going to spread here. It's going to spread bad and fast.
Yeah, here too. I didn't wear a mask while I was out today, but I was careful.
Well, I went to the laundromat today, and there was only like 2 people in there, and I'm fully vaccinated now. And it was hot, so I ended up taking my mask off. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Dee Dee said she feels like she's at a family reunion. That's awesome. She's repotting her plants. Pam, you're not reading your damn Facebook stuff while you're on here, are you?
No.
Oh. She's reading it, then she says no.
I wouldn't do that.
I know.
Oh.
Next strain is already Omega, and it's similar to the Delta, so there are at least 2 strains.
I hadn't heard about that one. I just heard about the Delta one that's here now.
Read the CDC stuff. This was Tuesday. Yeah, and this is Wednesday. I was at the Ark, and we'd done our adoption, and it was quiet. And my sister was volunteering with me. The regular volunteers on vacation.
That's the same as me, Stephen. And that's about when I got my last shot on June 2nd. So give it 2 weeks, and it's about June 15th, and I should be good. But the Delta one can still make you sick. So I don't really want to get it.
Yeah, they said
I'm still wearing a mask when I go to the store and stuff.
what the CDC information said was that the Delta was good about keeping people out of the hospital. You know, they
Yeah,
could still get it, but it wouldn't be as severe or.
and they're saying that that one in particular um, is getting younger people more than the original one, and that's kind of that's who's not getting vaccinated is younger people. So it's going to catch up with some of them.
Yeah, I know, Mike. And I also saw something about Florida's governor. I started to say your governor is considering a run for the
Oh God,
White House. I know. Anyway,
I'm not saying anything, so I'm not going to get
no,
political.
don't say anything political because I'll have to time you out.
Yes, time me out. No, it's whatever it is, it is, and it's like I don't um, get upset with anybody for having different political views as long as they don't start slamming me. I'm fine with whatever people think.
Yeah.
It's up to people what they want to, who they want to support and stuff.
I used to love to listen to my grandpa. He died when I was like 5, but him and an old man named Charlie Ferguson that would walk down the road every day, and Pap would invite him to come up on the porch, and they would sit there and spit their snuff nasty out in the yard and talk. They whittled, had canes, and they would talk politics. You know, what had came out in the paper the night before or that morning or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, and it didn't used to be so like everybody hating everybody.
No, it was just a discussion, and they talked
Yeah,
about, you know, different viewpoints and all that. And they were farmers; they were both gentlemen farmers, and in their 70s. And it was Charlie Ferguson was a Democrat, and that was the worst thing in the world to be. I remember how.
I had a flashback to my grandpa when you were talking about chew because he used to chew and he used to have like bottles of whiskey hidden all over the farm.
That sounds
And
like.
yeah, so wherever he was at, he'd have a bottle stashed somewhere. And I remember when I got older, he offered me a drink of whiskey. And like he held the bottle up to me and it's got like chew juice running down the inside of it, down the neck.
No.
Like, no, thank you.
Mm.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I'll pass.
Rob's at 93 is going to be on in 30 minutes. Guys, if you haven't been to Rob's recently, I know most of you do go over there from here because I see you there when I go. But he's got his new host, I think 3 weeks now. It's Joey. And they're a great team. I really enjoy them together. She's got her bell she rings. We need a buzzer or something. James has got his poppers.
One of my favorite stories about my grandpa though is he was a dairy farmer. And his wife worked at the nursing home. And they had like 10 million cats out in the barn. So while she was at work one day, he decided he was going to thin down the cat population a little bit because she wouldn't, she'd just think the coyotes got them or something.
Right.
So he went out there and he shot a bunch of cats.
Oh my God.
And he buried them they had like a little turnaround driveway with the center island thing. And he buried them in the center island thing, underneath where she'd put her flowers and stuff. And got it all done before she got home from work that night. But he was sitting in the house when she pulled up in the driveway. And their dog had gone out and dug up all the cats and laid them like a single file down the driveway. So she was pretty pissed. Yeah.
That was mean of him to do that.
Yeah.
But even meaner that she had to come home and see that. Yeah, I knew you were degenerate because I've been in a couple of streams and somebody pegged you there, or you said you were, but I didn't want to call it out here till you wanted to do that. So that's Mr. Manifesto, also known as Jason. and also a member of the stream. Does it show? Yeah, it does show you as a member with the other name. Yeah, cool.
I know that was awful, Patty, but you got to understand I'm from a totally different generation. And my grandpa was from a totally different generation than me. And people just used to do stuff like that.
Well, my great uncle, not my grandpa, but my great uncle shot my dog. It used to go from where we lived when I was at school during the day. It would go up to the farm. It wasn't far. It was maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 miles at the most. I ride my bicycle there all the time. But he went up there, and my great aunt told me years later. I wish she hadn't. That Silver was his name. He was a husky mix, and he would come up and chase the cows and the calves, and Uncle Henry shot him. I'm like, well, you didn't have to tell me that.
I knew this one friend that I had. She was a little tiny little gal. She couldn't have been 5 foot tall, probably like 85, 90 pounds. And they had a real pretty husky. But she went outside one day and the husky had killed all of her chickens.
Yeah.
So she took a shovel and she dug up a hole for him. And she called him over and had him sit and stay and shot him so that he'd fall into the hole. So she could bury him without moving him. It's like, wow.
Damn.
But, when you're a farmer and stuff, like we couldn't have animals like that. Like we had to get rid of a dog, and she was a real pretty little thing too.
Yeah.
Somebody had dumped her off at our house because we lived out in the country and people do stuff like that. And we went camping one weekend and got home and she'd killed all my ducks. So we got rid of her because you can't have that,
Every now and then we get a dog or a cat at the Ark that, won't leave livestock or other pets alone and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, all those dogs that go to live on a farm, people just like drive by on the highway and dump them. Which to me is a horrible thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, these are bedtime stories, Robert.
But it's when you have a farm or a ranch, it's part of life. I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but sometimes you have to do stuff like that.
Yeah, well, if it's your food source, especially, for your income, or you don't have any choice, you can't starve.
Yeah, you don't have a choice. You can't have a dog that kills your animals.
Yep. Dee Dee said Pam is morbid on her birthday. Yes, farming is different. Not just the animals to pet would starve to death if I was a farmer. Pam's morbid every day, Dee Dee.
Yeah.
She ain't going to change on her birthday. I hope. How many here still gravel that? Do you gravel that, Pam?
Yeah. We would have, we had a lot of cats that were dumped, I'd take care of them. And like I said, I'd take in the dogs too. But like I say, when I got home and all my ducks were dead, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had a dog that was like an Australian Shepherd mix, and somebody brought it in. They were going to have it euthanized if we couldn't take it. So, of course, I did. And they called it the duck killer. So we just made sure when we found it a home that it wasn't going any place that had ducks or chickens or,
Yep, exactly.
Cats. Actually, it went in our cat room. It did fine with the cats. So. Ed said that's just how Pam is.
Yep. Oh, my grandpa, he was quite a character, though. I remember him telling me a story. He was, all his life, he'd worked construction. And he'd always, within like a month, he'd be foreman because he was really good. but then he'd end up losing his job because he drank, and he'd go on like 3 and 4 day benders. So then he'd end up losing his job, and in his later years, he was a dairy farmer. But I remember sitting visiting with him one time, and he was telling me about working construction. And nobody here is old enough to remember, but there was a time in Washington State over one of the smaller rivers where it was like socked in with fog, and some people got stuck in the middle of a bridge over this river, and they all jumped because they heard more cars coming, and their car was like wrecked and on the side of the bridge. So they all jumped over, and they all died because the river only was like halfway under the bridge, and they jumped into the gravel and rocks underneath. So we were talking about that, and my grandpa was saying, I just don't understand why the first person didn't scream, and then everybody else would know that, there was no water underneath. And he says, I remember one time I was working on a 3-story building, and this guy I was working with fell from the top, and he screamed all the way down. Well, not all the way down. About the second floor, he hit his head on a beam, and that shut him up.
God.
Oh my God. That was my grandpa. Oh.
That high velocity beam will do it. Oh, that was sweet. Ed said you're a sweet woman.
Yeah.
Ed's asking for it.
Now, see, I'm going to get my join button going, and this is the kind of stuff that you guys will hear if you join.
The morbid stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you, Minister Brandon. Awesome. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the old people used to be fun to listen to, and I used to ask really cool things like, what was the first car you rode in? I mean, who remembers that, Just shut me up. They'd tell me anything, I'm sure. She's being good today, Pam. She's quiet.
Yeah, she's like, well, she's got a bowl of food sitting there, so she's like eating her food and climbing into her bed. So. But she was sleeping until I started talking, and she had to get up for a little while, but she's okay now.
We were talking about gravel backing, and I do some of my tanks, but like my saltwater tanks, I don't do the sand in those at all, or the tanks that have sand.
Oh my God, I used to have a Chrysler Newport.
Oh, those were huge.
Yeah, that's what I ran over that guy with. Was a Chrysler.
Oh my God. But that felt good.
Yeah. Remember the guy I ran over and broke his leg? Yeah, that's what I was driving, was a Chrysler Newport. They're basically like a Cadillac. They're big and heavy cars.
Wait a minute, splashing around, so I've got to go because I'm 67 in a bit and don't want to miss anything. Somebody older than you, Pam.
Oh my God, I'm 66 today.
Yep. So there's hope, Pam. Most people would remember the first car. Well, I asked them because it was like cars weren't common when they were little. That's why I asked them. And this was like the middle 60s I was asking. A 60-year-old woman. So it was like cars weren't common, but she did remember. She said it was a baby Overland, whatever that was.
Splashing around says, night, night, you youngins.
Good night. Keep talking like that. Come back anytime.
I don't remember what year mine was, that Chrysler Newport I had. I think it was newer than 59, but not a whole lot newer. I think it was in the 60s.
What is that link, Robert? I missed something. Colette said she stopped counting at 59. Push button
I
transmission.
remember one of the most interesting cars I ever made out in, but we won't go there.
No. Nope, nope, nope. Only 20 years ago. That was the first car you ever rode in, Stephen? Or the first car you had? I honestly don't know what the first one I rode in. My daddy had a bunch of cars he worked on, like 2 or 3 cars. That's not a bunch, but got some old black and white pictures of him always like up on a, sitting up in the engine of a car or something, but I don't know what they were. Feel like I'm 67 today.
Well, I'm 66, but I feel like I'm 66.
I for sure feel like I'm 65.
First car I ever owned was a 65 Barracuda.
The first one I ever had was a 68 Camaro.
And it had a bubble window, and I put an 8-track player in it. Remember 8-track players?
Oh, yeah.
And I ran the wires for the speakers to the back of the bubble. It had like the big bubble window in the back. And I ran the wires of the speakers to the back there where it kind of like made a funnel of sound. It was pretty cool.
Oh, okay, Robert. Thank you. I'm like, what are these links?
Impalas were pretty good cars. I remember them, Chevy Impalas.
Yeah, they were. We had a station wagon.
I had a like the third car I owned was a Chevy Impala station wagon. Kind of that silvery green color.
Yeah, we had it in the Blue Frost. Went up to Missouri in it to get my uncle's kids. When I was a kid, one of them threw up all over us all in the back car seat.
Those were a good running car though.
They were solid, yeah. 8-tracks were the bombs. Got a Chevy Impala now. Cool, man. Is it a classic or a new one? I like the Impalas. I was looking at one today. I was driving and following. 15 minutes to Rob. We need to get us a hashtag so we can rate him too. (2005). It's almost a classic, and they have to be 20 years old. Sin Ginger must be calling me Bobby Boy because she put the cowboy there as opposed to Robert. Hey, Zenny girl. Where did Pam go? Uh-oh. Pam disappear? I guess. Let's see. 60-something Chevy Impala convertible. Those are nice. Creole American Indian grandma telling me the first time my uncle seen a topless car. Where are the horses at? Star must have attacked Pam. I remember the Dodge Ramblers. Yeah. Hey, Brandon. Yeah, Maria is fast. All right. No ideas for a hashtag for Rob93. Hey, Eric. I think Pam's trying to create some suspense before her birthday. Yeah. Damn it, I hope she's all right. Last time she was supposed to be on with me and she wasn't. She'd fallen and hurt herself. I'm not going to think like that. Brutal farm stories. That's perfect. Perfect. I love it. Yeah, guys, if you haven't, well, you haven't because um, I don't know how to do that, how to show it as a patron. Some of you do know because you're patrons, but all of us patrons got the Patreon email today showing it's called the Peking Cow, and it's one of my favorites of hers. You guys have seen it in the slideshows, but this is the original. So don't put the whammy on her. I know, as soon as I said it, but I'm getting worried. Dug up pets. Hmm. The jitney. I don't know. On a horse. I remember riding the horses too when I was little. I'd ride them down the hill from the farm to the neighbors. Not me guiding it. I mean, sitting on the saddle with some adult or big kid. Hey, Dennis. Again. You like Stevens better? I guess I do too. Let's save the other one for another time. Phew, I'll be ready for some coffee. Coffee after this. 34 people in here. It's awesome. Hey, Big D. Howdy, howdy. Brutal farm stories. Yep, that's it, Maria. It's more words than I know to be able to spell that. So Ed, if you're still here, I got one of those little filters that Rob said you showed on your stream, and I'm going to use it in with my peacock, whatever shrimp, the marine shrimp, in lieu of the air stone that's in there. I got some more of those fish that are such typed schoolers. I can't remember the name of them now. They're a little rasbora, not red eye, but some kind of eye, or maybe black spot rasbora, something like that. let you know. I thought about doing a video on it, but Rob said that you had already shown the one you got. So if I like it, I'm going to get some more. It says up to 10 gallons. So, and I usually have plants, of course, in the marine I won't, but, or don't. But I'm thinking about getting more for the 10-gallon tanks for the racks if I like it. The maintenance looks really easy on it too. And I like the way the water circulates down through it and then through the gravel medium. Hey, Lori. Lori. There's somebody back. No sound. No sound.
Okay, go ahead and ask me what happened.
Oh, where did you go?
Star got underneath my desk and turned the power off.
Well, I wasn't far from the truth. I said that Star was chilling.
She stepped on the power strip and turned everything off. So
Yep.
now she's in her kennel barking because she wants to be up where the action is. Yeah, she did that.
Oh, Star. Bless her.
Bless her heart. Yep, she kicked me off the computer.
Yeah, Star pushed the button, not Pam.
Yep. She stepped at everything's plugged into one of those power strips, and she stepped on the button and turned everything off.
So you'll have to be putting something in something or hang it up or something.
Or get it up out of her reach, like put it up on top of something where she can't step on it.
Yep.
So I'll have to do that.
Well, good. Last time I said you were supposed to be on, you had hurt falling, so I was hoping it was nothing bad. At your party, Bob, do you think a small filter on Nano will be okay for the 4-gallon fish bowl you have? Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I don't have any filters in the ones that I have. I have 3 of them, I think. Yeah, 3. 3 of the little 2.5 gallon rectangular, but they don't hold as much water. But I don't have any filters.
And hi, Fishy Mom. Star learned from one of the best on pushing buttons. Yep. Yep.
That's
Before
true.
my live stream tonight, I'll have to lift everything up to where she can't step on it.
I'm excited about Carrie being on tonight. She's so much fun.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun.
Did you see the hashtag, Pam?
I gotta fix up a thumbnail and get that set up for tonight.
Yep. So we go to Rob's after this, and then at 9, and then all this is Eastern time, and then Pam at 11 Eastern. Brutal farm stories. Hashtag.
Brutal farm stories. Grandpa stories.
Stephen came up with that one. And I hear those birds in here.
Yeah, Star is the star of the show, but she shut the show down.
Oh, Star. All right, guys. Let's get ready to head on over there. I need to run and make coffee before I go there.
Oh, thank you, Vinny. Oh, yeah, I could use some coffee.
Yeah. That's why I'm falling asleep on my own stream. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Thank you, Pam, for co-hosting.
Well, thank you for having me up. Sorry I left so abruptly.
Well, I said you were trying to build some drama for your stream tonight. Some mystery and intrigue. But thank you. Always fun. And thank you, moderators, and thank you, members, and thank everybody for showing up. And
Thank you, everybody, saying happy birthday.
thank you, Sandy. Happy birthday, Pam.
And I'll see a lot of you guys on my stream tonight.
Yeah, we're going to give you some hell tonight, Pam. I mean, we'll wish you a happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. See you over at Rob's.
Bye.
Hashtag Little Farm Stories.